All right, looks like we are live. Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Wanted to come to you this morning, getting ready to make Jennifer some juices. And before I did that, I was like, you know what? Let me show the folks the way I've turned part of our house into a greenhouse. Okay, so those that follow, y'all know we had seeded watermelon last week, and this was from these seeds are from one serving of that watermelon. Okay, so the first serving that I had from that watermelon, these are all the seeds that I got from that. All right, so I saved seeds from that watermelon, and I still have some seeds in the refrigerator. So down, if I had to guess, that's probably, if I had to buy these from the store, this would probably be equivalent to 4 to 5 packs of seeds, which sell for anywhere between what, $2 to $4. Okay, so that's probably what, $10-15 worth of seeds right there. And what I'll do next, well, during the winter, I will go ahead and sprout these on the inside and get these started into plants. And then come April, May, June time frame, I'll stick them in the ground, and then we'll have watermelon next year. And then save those seeds and just keep it going. All right, so that's one thing you can do. Also, we love avocados in our house. So what we do, I take jars from things that we've eaten, like for example, salsa. I think these are olives. This is an olive jar. Okay, I recycle everything, pickle jars, and then I got some of my mason jars. And what I do, I start the seeds, and this is how you start seeds. Okay, you put a seed in a jar or in a cup, stick toothpicks in it, and over a period of time, it'll start out just as a seed, but then eventually you find one you can see. Okay, so when you first get started, it'll look just like this. Nothing's going on. Then after a couple of months, you'll get something going, and it'll look something like that. Y'all see that root on the inside? See that long root? Okay, here's another one. This is an old salsa jar. All right, we eat a lot of salsa. So you see that root right there that started? All right, and then after a few more months, you'll get something that sticks out, something like this. See, it'll come out the top right there. You can barely see it poking out. Boom. I love you. I always talk to my plants. And then it'll start growing. Okay, and you'll look something like this. You see the root system down at the bottom? All right. And then you see that long stem coming out? And then eventually it'll look something like these. These are all avocado trees. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 of these in my house. Now, I don't know how long it takes to produce an avocado, but I got 10 of these in the house, and I got 4 outside. So I am prepping for the future by growing my own food. Okay, and you can do the same. Same thing with this pineapple that I'm about to cut up in juice. Okay, this is the present. This is the future. All right, you can take the crowns of a pineapple, throw them off in some water. It'll create a root system. See if I can get to one where you can see it. Okay, this is a beautiful one right here. All right, it'll create a root system just like that, and you can leave it in the water, let it keep going, or you can stick it in some good organic soil, which is what I like to do. Oh, I'm about to damage my avocado seed. And I got 3, 4, 5 of these outside. Have I produced a pineapple yet? Not yet, but it takes a while. That's why I tell you guys to get started with some trees. Get started with some trees and get started now, because it takes a little while to grow a tree. It takes not even a little while, it takes a long while to grow a tree. So there you have it. Be willing to turn some of your house and some of your home into a greenhouse, because I'm gonna tell you, not everybody has the property or the land where they can just grow food. Okay, not everybody has that, but you do have a spare bedroom, or you have a living room or a corner that you're not using, and you can actually start growing some food in a corner. So start producing some of your own food. Learn the skill of growing food now while food is still somewhat abundant, because it is a skill. I'm telling you, it is a skill that you have to learn. You have to learn the plants. You have to learn what's going on. You have to look at them. You have to notice, oh my God, this plant is diseased. What can I do to try to save it? And with growing things, there's security in numbers. Okay. When you're growing anything, there's security. Why you guys are like, wow, why does he have so many avocado plants, in his kitchen window? Well, because I know, like anything else, a lot of those might not survive. And it's disappointing when you get to the point where you have a plant and then that thing starts thriving and starts getting big, and boom, all of a sudden it dries up and just dies for no. I don't know why. It just happens. Sometimes they get diseased, sometimes they get sick or whatever, and they just fall over. The next thing you know, it's got brown leaves on it. And you're like, oh my God, is it getting too much water? Is it getting too much sun? Is it getting not enough sun? That's why you have to start now, so that you'll be able to recognize different things when they happen. Because if not, and if you never develop the skill and you try to do it when something happens, it's too late. Show you another example of growing some food. All right, so this bag of potatoes right here came out of my garden. Oh, some of them are starting to go bad. All right, so these potatoes right here, I'm just trying to see if you guys can see. Okay, hopefully you can see now. So all these potatoes came out of my garden. That's one that's going bad. And I actually took these potatoes from a bag of red potatoes I had bought in the store. Believe it or not. And what I did, we ate, potatoes. I said, you know what? I'm going to try to grow some potatoes. So what I did, I took several of these. I let them start sprouting like that. Okay. They started getting a little root system on them. And what I did, I went out and put them in the ground. Well, lo and behold, about 2 months later, I had plants, and I said, you know what, let me start digging up some of these and see what happens. So I had a harvest of red potatoes. Same thing with these sweet potatoes, okay? Now these sweet potatoes, I actually cut in half, and you see a nice root system growing right there. That thing is long. And these are just over in a corner, not bothering anybody. And they're doing that on their own inside my house in a corner. All right, just over in a corner, and they're growing. So what I'll do, it's probably too late now because it's getting too close to winter, but I'm thinking about putting me a greenhouse outside. But either way, I could take me a laundry basket, fill it with some soil, stick it inside of a container, so it won't make a mess, and I can grow potatoes inside the house. Just saying, it's another way of doing things, okay? So figure out ways to grow you some food now, okay, to offset not only the cost of food prices going up, but so you can learn that skill. Because I'm telling you, when it gets to the point where food is scarce, right now, we just have a food shortage. We don't have a food scarcity, we have a food shortage. So the moment food gets scarce, you can be thankful that you started. I guarantee it. So that is what the live is about this morning. Be willing to turn some of your house into a greenhouse. Be willing to do that. And if you're not willing to do that, then you might not be, willing to do what it takes to survive. Because I don't know what the future holds. I just know that we as preppers, we prepare for things seen and unseen. Correct? So if you have that skill, plus if you have that skill that you know things, that you know how to garden, that you know how to fix and repair, and that you know how to do minor electrical, plumbing, things like that, guess what? It makes you more valuable, not only now, but after something happens. It's going to make you more valuable. Look at your personal stock. And think about if nothing ever happens. Well, if you call somebody in like me who repairs things, and you need, and you need to pay them, well, look at the money that you're going to save by learning how to do things yourself. I mean, I know I'm getting off topic because we're talking about growing food here, but not only learn how to grow it, but learn how to process it and then learn how to cook it. That's going to make you more valuable, because think about it. If something happens, and I know we're all preppers, but let's say that, your location gets overrun and you got to go somewhere else. And you actually find a community who's willing to take you in. And they're like, okay, well, what are your skills? Okay, well, I'm good with repairs. I can do electrical. I can do plumbing. I can garden. I can farm. I know how to raise food. I know how to start food from seeds. I mean, how much more valuable are you if you know things like that, as opposed to showing up at somebody's door and, okay, what are your skills? Well, I know how to eat, and I know how to breathe air. Well, heck, everybody else knows how to do that too. What are you bringing to the table? What are some of the things that you can do to help our community flourish and grow? I'm a good learner. I'm a quick study. Yeah, that's all great. Before the collapse, we can do OJT before the collapse. But after everything is said and done, people want to know what, it's like that Janet Jackson song. What have you done for me lately? That is what people are going to want to know after the fact. So, if you came to my door and you had skills, I'm like, yeah, welcome. Shoot. Oh, you used to be a mechanic? Okay, come on in. You used to be a nurse? Oh, please come on in. Before the collapse, you had a garden? Oh, yes, come on in. Oh, you a military? Oh, you a police? Oh, okay. That means you know security, you know guns, you know weapons. All right, come on in. You know how to breathe? Yeah. We might give you a couple bottles of water and send you on your way. That may be the difference between you and or your family's survival and or not, because people are not going to be as nice and kind as they are now. People are going to be like, okay, what can you do? That's if you can find a community that's going to take you in. Not everybody's going to be willing to take you in. They're going to want to know what you know. What can you do? What do you bring to the table? So start learning now. Be willing to turn your home right now, or at least part. I'm not saying, you got to be crazy like me, but be willing to turn some of your space in your house into a greenhouse so that you can potentially produce food as well. All right. So that this is not taking up a whole, but this is a part of the counter that we don't use. All right. This is a part of it. And this is over here in the corner. Look, it's in the corner. We don't even use this part of the counter. I got seeds started. I got pineapple started. And in this windowsill, we didn't have anything up here. We didn't have a blind up here because it's pointed toward our carport, our shed, our carport. And we weren't using this space. Okay, honestly, we were not using this space. So I was like, yeah, hey, you know what? That'll be perfect spot to start plants. And guess what? They're out of sight, out of mind. Now I come here every day and check on them, but it doesn't bother Jennifer. The dogs can't get to them. And here in 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years, whatever, we're gonna have. Right now, let's just say in a perfect world, everything lived. I got 10 trees right here. Can y'all see? Okay, that's 10 right there, plus another 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Let's say that out of the 26, I don't know, half of them survive. What's that? 13? 13 survive, plus I got 4 outside. And let's say half of those, so 15, 16, let's say 16 avocado trees survived. And here in 5 years, every day I was able to go out there and get a handful, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 avocados. Avocados right now are some days over $2 a gallon. Oh my God, it's a mosquito in here. I'm allergic to mosquitoes, y'all. I don't like killing things, but I can't afford mosquito bite. I'm sorry. So be willing to turn some of your property, some of your home, some of your interior into a greenhouse. Just be willing to do that. And for some people, you know, that's new information. For other people, you're like, hey, you know what? Roger's been teaching us this, but I didn't really know how to do it. So now you know, okay? Now you know that you can do it. And now that you know somewhat how to do it. And if you're not real sure about anything I've talked about, then ask questions. If you're part of the YouTube group, you can email me at plantbasedhomesteadprepper@gmail.com. I'm gonna post this in the family, Eat Clean, Get Lean. I'm gonna post this in there, and you guys, if you're part of Facebook, all you gotta do is inbox me on Facebook, you know, and hey, let's have a conversation. Let me help you, because it's all about doing better, being better, living better, and then prepping for the future. All right. Thank y'all for being here. I'll see y'all next video.